Hey everyone, it's Ditch. Welcome back to my new podcast, Change is a Choice. This is episode 7. Thank you to anyone and everyone out there who's tuning in. I really appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from not only friends and family, but from artists, producers, and fans who are listening to the podcast and are getting something from it. And that's my goal. I hope to give out valuable information that I've learned from a lot of my mentors in the life and a lot of the greatest thinkers around that I've studied. And I'd like to hopefully pass on that information to you guys. So it's a blessing to know that you guys are enjoying the podcast. Please share it with your friends, your family, and anybody who you think might be able to benefit from this information. Today we're going to talk about my new song that's coming out Friday, Stay Strong, featuring my friend Nathan. He's a great guy. He's an incredible artist, and I'm a big fan of his individual work. And we've been working together for a good amount of time now. A few years, and this song was written about 2 years ago. I wrote it about 2 years ago, and it just didn't feel like the right time for me to put it out. It became a mantra, a way of living for me, and I felt like I needed to have some time and consistency of living that way before I release that song into the world. You know, otherwise I'd feel a little ingenuine telling people to stay strong if I'm not staying strong. So you know what I mean? So that's why it's taken so long for this song to come out, but I'm super excited for you guys to finally hear it. It's produced by my friend Quinn Beats and my other friend Josh Crespo, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know on Twitter, Josh on the Beat. Big shout out to Josh, big shout out to Quinn. Love you guys a lot. The beat is incredible. Josh did the guitar on the hook. And these are just everybody who I created this song with, Quinn, Josh, and Nathan, they're just 3 incredible human beings. And so that's another really special part about this song, is that it's not just some producer or whatever that I don't know. It's 3 people who not only do I know, but I'm friends with. And I really like as good as people, and I'm a fan of their own individual work as well. So make sure you go check out their individual music and creative endeavors, because I highly suggest all of their work. So that's going to be coming out on Friday, and I would love it if you guys would go pre-save the record. It's you can go find the pre-save link in my bio, any link in my bio, or you can go on Twitter, X I guess, and you can find the post that I've made about it. It should be close to the top of my profile. Click that pre-save button. It's one of the best ways to support my music. The more followers I can get on Spotify, the better it helps my algorithm, the more I can reach more new fans and more demographics. So really appreciate your guys' support, and I really hope that you guys get something from this song. Life is a journey, man. And it's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard, you know. And there's gonna be days where you're low, and there's gonna be days where you're high. And one of my favorite Russ songs, shout out to Russ, is called Waves, because you know, sometimes you're going to be high, sometimes you're going to be low, just like the waves. And you got to just ride the wave, however high or however low you are. And to me, that's staying strong. Like, you know, you always have to stay strong, even if you're at the top, because, you know, when you're at the top, sometimes that can be the moment where you are most susceptible to losing yourself or losing control or whatever it may be. So you really have to stay focused in making sure that you're staying strong in a rhythm, in a routine that's healthy for you and is conducive to your own success, no matter how high or low you are. So, excuse me. So that's what this song is really all about, is staying strong for yourself and giving yourself something to live for in this life. Because otherwise, what are we dying for? A lot of people are out here just not really taking advantage of this life and this miracle of a life that we get to have. They're not taking advantage of it. They're not pursuing their passion. They're not finding a purpose. They're not doing something that brings joy to their life, you know? And to me, that's not really living. That's just dying slowly. You know, I mean, we're all dying slowly, I guess. But if we're going to be dying, you might as well have some type of purpose while you're here and while you're alive. So that's what Stay Strong is about. I really hope you guys enjoy that record, because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite songs I've made. I'm also going to be dropping the 3rd volume, I guess the version of the third volume of Psychological Rebirth. So Psychological Rebirth Volume 3, it'll be coming out on Saturday, so a day after Stay Strong, right? All of these songs are songs I've already released as singles, so it's just the project version of Psychological Rebirth Volume 3. Stay Strong will be the lead song on there, number 1, and then you'll have other songs like Fight or Flight, Happy and Sad, One Day at a Time, Psychological Rebirth, 11:11 a.m., and I just want to take a quick second to shout out all the producers on this record. You know, we've got Quinn, we've got Josh Crespo, we've got Miles Above, we've got Ellipsy, we've got Boy 50. Shout out to Boy 50 for giving me that cosign. Really means a lot. Been making music to his beats since I was a little kid, on rapping for, you know, to those free YouTube beats. We've got who else we got? We got Black Tovin. Shout out to Black Tovin. You know, he helped create some of the sound of West Coast hip hop as we know it. Chris, how could I forget Chris? Chris Kennedy. Shout out to Chris Kennedy. That's my boy right there. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, please forgive me. Produced by Rick. He helped produce One Day at a Time with Lipsy. And I believe that's it. So, oh yeah, Dasmine De Leon, my creative and business partner, Dasmine De Leon. She did the last song with me. She's on the piano. And the keyboard. She's incredible. She's an incredible artist. She's an incredible pianist, and also she's really an incredible agent, like booking agent and promoter. She's really done all of these shows you see me at. She's booked them, she's found them, she's connected me with a lot of people. So we're a great team. Shout out to Dasmine in specific. Special thank you to Dasmine. She's taught me a lot about just the local scene of music in LA, and also just the live scene, music in general. So yeah, make sure you guys go check that out when it drops. Play it from front to back. You know, see how I meant it to be. You know, meant it to be played, and add that shit to your guys' playlist. So, what's up, guys? It's Ditch. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I wanted to take a quick break to thank our sponsors of this episode, Music Sketch, as you can see on my hat right here. Music Sketch is a new app that you can download for free on the iOS App Store, and it's basically a mobile DAW. Okay, what does that mean? Well, you can record music in it, you can come up with your own sounds in it, you can use stock sounds that Music Sketch provides for you. You can export the sheet music. You can export in almost any file that you can imagine as well. Obviously MP3 and WAV, but my favorite is being able to export in MIDI files. So you can take the idea that you've come up with on Music Sketch and you can export it as a MIDI, and then you can plug it into your DAW that you use on your computer to create music, and take your creation from there and finish it up. This is a great app for not only beginners, because it's very simple, simplistic, and it doesn't take too much for you to use the app and learn how to use the app. But number 2, it's really great for whenever you're out and about and you're not home in your studio, or you're not at the studio that you usually go to. You come up with an idea, you have a creative spark, you can pull out your phone, open up the Music Sketch app, and you can put in your idea right there, and then you can MIDI it out, wave it out, MP3 it out, or whatever you want to call it, into your DAW back at home, and finish your project. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to Music Sketch. Go check it out. Now back to the podcast. Anyways, other than that, there was just one, it's going to be a shorter pod today, but there was just one thing that I wanted to touch on as far as, like, I guess what I've been working on in my life and what I want to share with you guys is being curious. So I have a healer that I work with, and she told me last week, she was like, you need to be, sounds like I was telling her where I'm at in life, and I kind of, you know, I've been kind of in this place of not really knowing, you know, like all I ever wanted for my whole life was to have this music career. Now I have it. All I have to do is continue to build upon it, to be happy, which I'm generally mostly happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. And to have a relationship with my family. All 3 of those things I have. So when I got those things, I had this identity crisis of like, oh my gosh, who am I? Like, why am I doing this? For so long I had tunnel vision. Just the music was what was motivating me the most. And now things have I've come out of that tunnel. Things have opened up. I've come out into the light, and I have so much more time, so much more space. And, you know, I was telling my healer, I was like, I just don't know what to do. I feel like there's something I'm like jittery. I'm always telling myself, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're lazy. You should be doing something productive. And she's like, it sounds like you need to be curious. And at first I didn't understand what she meant, but it took me a couple days, but then it clicked and it resonated with me and I understood. And what she meant by that was I have to be curious what it's like to pursue my music career all in with zero fear. I have to see what it's like. I have to be curious what it's going to be like to be with a woman who is committed to me, who does show me unconditional love, who doesn't abandon me. I have to show myself what it would be, curious about what it'd be like to try new hobbies, sign up for new, groups and classes. Things like that. I have to be curious about what it would be like to fill my time with these other experiences, really, because now I have the time to, and now I'm in a place of being able to receive those experiences. And as I've started to do that just in the last week, it's been really interesting, actually. It's because it's really helped me see myself in a less harsh way. I'm very self-critical. I'm a perfectionist. I'm very hard on myself. I expect greatness from myself, and then, honestly, a lot of times irrationally I expect more than greatness, but we can't. None of us can accomplish that. We're all only human. So it's helped me really kind of think of it like, okay, it's not like, okay, I got to figure something out because there's something wrong, or it's like, are we making sure that we're doing what we need to do to stay mentally healthy? Am I getting out? Am I eating enough food? Am I drinking enough water? Am I making music because that's what I love to do? Am I taking care of, am I taking care of what I need to do self-care wise? Am I putting myself in the community? Do I have some type of agency? Meaning, do I have control over my actions and my values and my ethics and my morals, and am I utilizing those to have a positive impact on the community? All those kinds of things, gratitude, all those kinds of things are going to be the things that help us feel the most happy and most successful. And I realized that in order to know what that's like, I have to be curious what it would be like, and I have to go try it out. So I encourage anybody out there, to have the courage and the faith, really, because you're never gonna know what's gonna happen. My dad likes to say to me that Lewis and Clark, when they came to explore, they could have seen dinosaurs for all they know. Like, they had no idea what they were gonna see, but they went out and they went on the journey. And so you have to be curious. They were curious, Lewis and Clark were curious. You have to be curious about what it would be like to fill your time with different experiences in life and with things that you love and know that you enjoy to partake in. And it really has helped me get out of my head a little bit so far, just in the week that I've done it so far, get out of my head a little bit and be more in the moment and in the present, and give myself things to do that make me feel good and that help me feel like I'm living some type of life and I'm not just here. So, other than that, I think that's probably about it for this podcast. I know it was a short one, but I really wanted to take the time to talk a bit about Stay Strong, my new single featuring Nathan. You can find him on at Cloud Sampling, by the way. On Instagram is where he's most active. Produced by Josh Crespo and Quinn Beats. Shout out to the boys. And I wanted you guys to understand what the song is about, why I wrote it, what it means to me, who the people are behind the song, all those kinds of things, because it is a really, really special song to me. So, and then I got Psychological Rebirth Volume 3, the project version of it, dropping the very next day. And I'm super excited. I'm in album mode right now. I've been working a ton on my debut album. I'm going to have more details for you guys about that very, very soon, this month, in fact, September. And I couldn't be more thankful. I couldn't be more, how do I say it? I feel like I'm on the right path. I really do feel like I'm going in the right direction. I'm on the right path. And, I'm thankful to my parents because they've really helped me a lot. And they've been there to support, and a lot of times I haven't been able to understand how they've been there to support. I wasn't able to receive it. I wasn't able to understand it or receive it as support. But, I'm very grateful to them because they've given me the opportunity in life to have the time and the space and to be able to figure these things out. And they've passed on a lot of these mindsets and ways of thinking and behaviors that have helped them be successful, they've passed them on to me, and I've chosen to listen to them. So I'm very grateful to my parents and grateful to all of you guys out there, artists, producers I work with, my fans, my friends, my family. I'm thankful for all of you guys. If I don't, if I don't say it enough, I'm saying it right now to every single one of you guys. Thank you, because I'm very grateful. And the kid in me, the inner child inside me, this is all he ever dreamed of. So it really is surreal. And I hope, now I'm curious about how far I can take this, really. I mean, I'm just curious. Let's see where we can go. I mean, this is just the beginning. That's another quote of my dad's, not of my dad's, but another quote that my dad loves to live by Winston Churchill, in fact, where he said, this isn't the beginning of the end. This is the end of the beginning. And if you really think about it, it's a very deep quote. And it's true. I feel like this is the end of my beginning. I'm just getting started. We're just getting started. So let's see how far we can take this thing together. And I'm sure that we will not be able to believe how far we can take it. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. As always, stay strong this Friday. Thank you guys. Stay strong. Now you guys know where that comes from. Great things always come.